Hey guys, J-Man here, welcome to my video. Today I want to give my thoughts about the new album Ambitions by One OK Rock. As you may know, One OK Rock became one of the most famous Japanese rock bands since their formation in 2005. With their last album 35, they started to force their way into the Western market, and they continue these ambitions with their 8th album. This caused a huge controversy among their fan base. Some people call them sellouts and say that they lost their Japanese characteristics, while others welcome their change and honor their will to discover new musical territory. Meanwhile, I'm sitting between both camps. It is true that I love One OK Rock's old unique style. However, I believe that bands should evolve and shouldn't be trapped for too long in the same direction. Many of my favorite bands like Dion Grey or the Swedish thrash metal band The Hounded changed their style radically over the years. Also, soft and pop influenced music was never a problem for me. For example, I love the latest album That's the Spirit by the ex-metalcore/deathcore group Bring Me the Horizon. This being said, I did my best to look at this album without any prejudices. Before we start, let's get the release details out of the way first. The Japanese version of Ambitions was released by a Sketch Music label on the 11th of January. Fueled by Ramen followed up 2 days later with the English version of the album. Both versions feature 40 new songs, including the previously released video singles We Are, Taking Off and Bedroom Warfare. The American release replaces the song 2020 with a new song Jaded featuring all-time low vocalist Alex Gaskov. As a compensation, the Japanese version has additional vocals by Avril Lavigne on the track Listen. For this review I listened to the Japanese version, which has a length of 49 minutes and 30 seconds. What can I say? I did my best to be objective, but I still ended up kinda disappointed. The problem doesn't really lie in the musical side. I mean, Taka's voice is as strong and as emotional as ever. Also, the instrumentation is on point and the production value sounds really phenomenal. However, this is exactly the problem with this record. Most of the songs are too calculated and sound clearly aimed at radio listeners. Straight rock songs like the old hits Remake or No Scared are completely missing. Also, where are these post-hardcore influences where Taka occasionally started to scream his lungs out? I really miss these rough edges on this record. Instead, we got songs like We Are or One Way Ticket with little to no guitars at all in the verse parts. Once again, I'm not really occupied to this pop-influenced adventures. For example, songs like The Mighty Long Fall or Cry Out from their last album 35 worked out perfectly with the same ingredients. However, this time I have a kinda hard time to feel these songs. Which is a shame because Ambitions starts pretty strong with the first track Bombs Away, one of the few moments where you can still feel their old energy and enthusiasm. Another strong point is the anthem I Was King, which is a great sing-along track. I can really imagine the goosebumps which the song will give you at a live show. I also like the light rock song Start Again, which slowly started to stick to my ears after I gave this album more and more rotations. I feel like Ambitions could be a really good album if it wasn't for colorless songs like We Are, Always Coming Back to You or Bedroom Warfare. Sure, these songs may attract the mainstream audience, but they are completely missing the spirit of One OK Rock. As you may know, Taka was the son of the two famous Japanese singers Masako Mori and Shinichi Mori. So you can say his musical career was determined since his birth. In 2002 he joined the boy group News and he had to sing mass-manufactured and replaceable pop songs. I always felt like One OK Rock was his own way to escape these expectations of the music industry. I mean, One OK Rock was wild, rebellious and rough, and this exactly hit the nerves of his fans, and this was also the reason for their popularity. Now it kinda seems like he made the full circle back to where he started. Writing radio singles with calculated structures, following instructions of the producers, and singing lyrics with empty words about stuff like love. This may sound harsh, but this is my honest opinion about One OK Rock's current situation. Sure, they want to conquer the Western market and their success gives them right, but what is really wrong with keeping their rebellious spirit? I mean, I don't want to compare them to bands, but Just out of the blue, you have bands like Green Day or Billy Talent, which keep their rock and roll roots and still constantly hit the Western charts. I really believe that albums like Thank You Reference or Niche Syndrome could do fairly well on the Western market if you give them the right promotional tools. After this little rant, I want to end this review on a bright side. I still think Ambitions isn't really a horrible album. The guitars, bass and drums work well together, and Tucker's fantastic voice covers a lot of weaknesses. I just can't get as emotional involved as I did with some of their older works. The album offers solid background music which can be easily listened to while you're driving or working. So all in all, if I have to give this album a rating, and you know I'm not a big fan of ratings, I would still give it a slightly above average 6 out of 10. I'm still disappointed, but just from the musical side, it's still a solid album. All we can do now is hope that they may take some time to reflect and return to their strengths with the next album. This being said, we already came to the end of this review. I'm honestly interested in your opinion about the album, so make sure to leave your thoughts in the comments. Also, if you enjoyed this video, please leave me a like. As always, for more content about Japanese music, you can subscribe to this channel or follow me on Twitter. Yeah, so thanks again for watching and have a great day.